probably wondering why I'm dipping pliers in alcohol, and it's because it's 2 in the morning and there's an emergency. And it's not like I can go out and buy some Stingray nail clippers.
The following program may contain mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
So let me give you a little bit of a background story. So last week my males, I have some young black diamond males, and the one is kind of fully rolled and the other one just started rolling. He's like halfway there. So they're about 2 years old. They're just reaching sexual maturity. They've been chasing the females a lot more than usual. So this has been going on for about a week now. I've been noticing that. I'm gonna post up a video so you can kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. And this morning I woke up and I saw that my big pearl stingray was missing her. It's like a skin on the barb, and she was missing the skin on the barb, and that means she obviously hit somebody, so you know, with her barb. And I did a little bit of an investigation, and I kind of found out that it was my big black diamond male that's fully rolled. So I guess he's been trying to hit at her, and she wasn't liking it. And it seems like she just learned how to use her barb to defend herself, because she's been taking a little bit more of a beating than the rest of them. They really hone in on her. She's also young. She's about 2 years old, so she's reaching that age also of sexual maturity. And I don't know if she's releasing hormones, but they're all really zoning in on her. And I realized that my male got stabbed this morning, but it was nothing. It was on the edge of the disc. I wasn't too concerned. I did a water change after I saw that, and I thought nothing really much more of it. It was a pretty big gash, but it was nothing too concerning. So I went on with my day, whatever, and I just got back home, and it's late at night now, and I'm taking a look, and I see my stud stinger. This is my favorite black diamond. It's my favorite fish in the tank. He just has this absolutely perfect pattern, and he's just an absolute stud. And I see that he got the barb right in the eye, and he's gushing blood. Like, it happened not long as, like, it couldn't have happened much earlier than when I got home. Maybe like 10-15 minutes, and I see he's just gushing blood out of his eye, and I'm just freaking out. And then I take a closer look. It couldn't have been anybody else that hit her with the barb. It had to have been him. It had to have been my pearl. No one else's barb had anything. There was all this skin on it, and it couldn't have been anybody else. So I know it had to be. I know it had to be her who hit him with the barb, and it got him right in the eye. And I was really worried. And he really didn't look like he was doing good. He was breathing heavily. He was looking really stressed, and it really pisses me off because he's my favorite. He's my favorite black diamond that I have. And upon looking further, she even jabbed my second male a second time. So now I have 2 males, one with 2 holes in it and one with 1 hole through the eye. I don't even think it's gonna recover. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. So that's the female pearl right there. You can see along the edge of her disc, she's absolutely taken a little bit of a beating. You know, they've been after her, and if you see her stinger, you can see how the skin's missing and there's just a white barb sticking out. And no one else has that. Everyone else has their barbs fully intact. She's the only one. And not only that, like, you can see more of the beating. I spotted her kind of wailing her tail around, and I've had her for like a few months now, and I've never seen her do anything like this. So I'm pretty positive that she just learned that her tail is a weapon. But I don't think she understands to what degree it's a weapon, because it's at least like 4 inches long. She has a really big barb, and she's getting to the point where I'm pretty sure she's literally hitting herself. Like, she has a mark on her side from a barb. You see that? See that he's still trying to mount my pearl, and I'm just really worried that it could get worse, and that she's gonna hit somebody else with it. And that's my second black diamond over there. That's my beautiful male. Look at those patterns. Look at the beautiful. He has these beautiful external disc dots with the polka dots on the center. He's absolutely stunning. But he got a jab right in the eye, and I don't know. I don't see that healing very well in the future. He seems to be doing better now, but I mean, he literally has a bloody eye. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's very, very worrisome. It came right out the back over there. He has a massive gash back there. And if you can see on the side of her, you see how she looks like she got jabbed over there, and it's because I think she tried hitting some of the males and she hit herself by mistake. They don't know what they have at the back of their tails. Like she doesn't know what sort of damage she can do. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get her into the net. I have a net right here. I'm gonna get her in the net. I'm gonna lift it up, and I'm gonna try my best to clip that stinger a little bit and shorten it up and maybe make it a little bit more blunt so that she doesn't keep shanking people in my tank. Like literally, every time I show up here, it's like there's another shank going on, and I'm gonna post up some of the pictures because it was worse even earlier, and I'm gonna show you all the wounds that there are. But this is, I mean, it's unacceptable. It's really unacceptable. I don't think she needs that. I think she's just hurting people with that barb. She's big. She can handle herself. She's not a little female. She's a very big female. She's bigger than all the males. I think it's gonna be safer for everybody. So we're gonna try doing this as safely as possible. She's a big fish. She's a heavy fish. She's a strong fish. So the last thing I want to do is hurt myself or hurt her. So this is a little bit of homemade grappa. Like when I tell you, so I'm gonna catch her. I'm gonna like bring her up. Once she's like up, you come up on this. Like you could put the camera down or whatever, but you're just gonna have to hold it, and I'm gonna slice her up. Right in there. Right in there. I think that's short enough. Holy shit. Alright. Pretty well. Alright, so this is the part we cut. I don't think we stressed her out too much. So I was hesitating to make this video. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to show this, if this was the sort of content I wanted to put out, but it's a real part of the hobby. When you keep community fish, predators in general, particularly stingrays, if anyone is thinking about getting into it, well, then they should probably know that this could happen to you, and you might have to make a decision on should you cut the barb, should you not, do you want to stress the fish out, should you separate the fish. And I chose not to separate the fish just because of her size. She's so big, and I know she could handle herself, and I think it's even worse if she would have had the barb. I think she could have hurt herself, and she could have further injured the fish. Like this barb was like 3 inches long. Like it was going through them like cheddar. It didn't It's so sharp. This little thing is, it's so sharp. Like, I dropped it on my chair and it got implanted straight into the tissue. It's an extremely sharp and dangerous piece. You really want to be careful. You saw when I clipped it, it went flying. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't think it was gonna happen. So if ever you're gonna do it, just be careful with that, because that was pretty dangerous. That could have flew into someone's eye. It could have flown into someone's skin. Anyway, I'm glad that it went well. In general, I didn't have to pull her out of the water, and she didn't seem too stressed out about the whole ordeal. That's a positive. I think it's safer for all the inhabitants in the tank. I think the males got their lesson. I definitely think the one that's missing, that has the bloody eye, definitely got the lesson. She could have hurt herself also. It could have gotten stuck into her. She could have stabbed herself. I've seen that happen before, so I think this was the safest route to take. So I'll update you guys on the situation in the future, or just check out the other videos. You'll definitely see more of her. Make sure whatever tool you use, if you're gonna ever clip a barb, you make sure you sterilize it. Last thing you want is for them to catch any sort of an infection. I'm gonna do a quick water change and then head off to bed because it's late. If you have any other suggestions, or if anyone else had a similar experience, I'd actually really love to hear about it in the comments. So if you think this superstar's eye is gonna heal, let me know. I really hope it does. It would be a really big shame. He's an absolute stud.